self-serving, persuasive talkers
of everything and nothing.
We are Conversation Con Artists.
What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. On Point.
And I am somebody that really don't like Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae? Ellie Mae?
Ellie Mae. Why don't you like Ellie Mae?
Is that her name? Is it Ellie Mae?
That's what I'm going with.
Okay. I hate her voice.
Really?
Anytime that Buddha song come on in the radio, because no, I don't even listen to the radio, but you know, while my phone is connected, I'll mute that shit. I hate her. I hate that song, and I hate Trippin'. At first I was like, well, maybe I just hate this song. But then I heard Trippin', and I was like, I just don't like her voice. I don't think she has a good voice, and if it sounds auto-tuning, I don't like it. I don't think she can actually sing. I'm not a fan. I hate her voice. And I feel like a lot of people are gonna have some shit to say about it, but I hate it. I don't like her voice.
You get to not like whatever you don't want to like.
It's irritating. I hate it. Boot Up was like, I hated that song, but I was like, maybe it's a song. But then Trippin' came out, and I was like, no, nigga, I just fucking hate her voice.
I like it.
And she looks weird.
Her album just came out.
No, I'm not gonna listen to an entire album with that voice.
I am.
But I discovered Bishop Briggs, the girl that sang that River song. I listened to her album and I like it, and I like what is her name? The other girl. You said you had heard a song of hers that you like. I can't think of her name. Kiana Lede. Love her, but Ellie Mae sound country, and she's European. I think she is Ellie Mae. I don't think it's Mae.
I don't even care. Because
Ellie Mae is like American Southern. She's from somewhere in Europe. She has a heavy accent. I don't think it's Ellie Mae. Maybe it is. I don't know. Either way, whatever her name is, I don't like her voice. Also known as Calamity Red, because it never said my name.
You did not say that.
There we go.
Well, look, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. MISTER_on point.
We're Conversation Con Artists back with another.
We're Conversation Con Artists back with another episode. Fantastic. Subjective. Yay. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. MISTER_on point.
And I can be found at red_calamity. Also, you could, we're still doing the listener letter portion of the show. So if you have a question you'd like for us to answer on the show, you can send it to my Gmail account, which is conversationconartists@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Conversation Con Artists. You've been forgetting your lines here lately. Like,
I was thinking,
crazy.
how messed up would it be to get like 34-year-old dementia? Like, what if I'm getting 34-year-old dementia?
Because last week you was like, what I say at the end? Then you said my line. you forgetting your lines.
What if you came over here one day and I was like, who are you?
I would think you were joking.
But at a certain point, you're going to realize I'm not joking. At a certain point, you're going to be like, you are either absolutely dedicated to this little bit and I'm getting mad, or you really don't know who I am.
I don't even know what you would do in that situation. Like, I don't know. Because your family isn't here. Like, I don't even know what
so
do. It
makes me wonder, like, so with dementia, you don't forget what shit is. Like,
no.
I won't forget what a vacuum is. I won't forget what none of this is. So is it a different part of the brain that creates connections?
Well, I think it's memories.
But I'm saying,
but
once something is committed to long-term memory, it's supposed to be in long-term memory for the rest of your life, including people, right?
Well, but you forget people quicker than you forget things you do daily. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a repetition in using a vacuum. There's a repetition in turning on the TV that you don't have with people that you may or may not see every day.
But you right. But also, if I didn't see a can opener for 20 years and I didn't see a person that I knew for 20 years, I remember a lot less about that person. But I remember what a can opener is.
Yeah, because I think it's a functional.
But even if I'm not using the can opener though.
But it's still, I guess, maybe it's a different part of your brain that stores, even within the long-term memory, that stores like functional memories of like how to do things as opposed to remembering people. Because I rode a bike. I don't even remember the last time I rode a bike, but I ain't gonna say, they say You always know, but I feel like I would fall. But I know the mechanics, let me say that, of riding a bike. But there are people that I'll see out that I'm like, that face look familiar, but I can't remember shit about them. So I don't know. I think maybe because people and who they are, one changes so much. Can opener is a can opener is a can opener. You open it and use it the same way. But like, people in your mind change. How they look changes. What you know about them changes. It isn't like a concrete in their memory, like using a can opener or cutting it on TV or using a vacuum cleaner. That shit don't really change. But like, people change. And shit, I done seen folks before that I'm like, really? You look like a whole different goddamn person.
I need to do some more research about dementia.
But I don't know what the next step would be to help you, because you would be in here probably trying to fight me because I'm just a strange bitch that walked in.
I feel like you should call my phone. Listen, you see the name that pop up on the phone?
That's me.
I am somebody that you know.
I would be like, where your roommate at? Yogi, the fuck is going on?
Oh, he ain't here.
Oh, damn. Then I'd really be fucked up. But I know you got a roommate. I know he lives here. Like, do you remember him?
He probably be having the problems too.
Yeah. Oh, he had more problems than me. I come over here like once a week. He live here. So, I don't know. That would be crazy. But, so, Colin sent 2 letters. I'm going to let you do them because one of them is directed completely to you. The other one, which is really short, is about something I said. So I'm going to let you do that first one because it's y'all in this politics shit. So I'm going to let y'all have this.
Colin is back. LOL. I wonder if people really laugh when they put LOL. It's like, Colin is back. And then type LOL for that.
No, nobody does that.
I think you should if you're using LOL.
No, what I do is, sometimes if somebody sends me something and I actually laugh, I will say I literally LOL. Like, I'll say that. If I just put LOL, then you know it's just like I found that funny. I didn't actually laugh out loud, but I put it there because I found it funny. But I'll say I literally laughed out loud.
LOL is strategic. You know, you ever send a text message where it's like, they might mistake this for something serious.
Put
Let me
an
put
LOL
LOL
at the
behind
end.
it.
Yeah, I do.
You know, like, it's strategy.
Yeah.
Comes with LOL. You gotta
Yes.
take the heat off of something that you think was fucked up. Because it's times when you send a message and shit goes south and you be like, damn, I should have put LOL on that damn first text I sent. It would have been a different situation now. Anyway, Colin is back. Ha ha ha. What's up, y'all? So, on the Republican stuff, the problem is that the prepackaged ideals that Mr. On Point is talking about is what it is today. There aren't, as far as I know, any Republicans out there who don't share the right's disgusting ideals or who don't essentially tactically approve of them.
Okay, yeah. That's back to my, when we had the conversation.
I don't know if I'm saying that word right.
What?
Tacitly?
It's not, no. Tactically.
I gotta look it up now because I feel like he's smart enough for that word to be a real word.
I think it's tactically. I don't think it's it's tactically.
No, that would have 2 T's in it.
I don't know. Now you got me
it's
confused.
Tacitly.
Tacitly?
Yeah.
I have never said that word that way
I
ever
corrected
in my
it,
life.
but it was right.
Tacit.
Because it was a word I didn't know.
Yeah, but I've never said that word that way ever. So I've been saying that shit wrong ever since I learned that damn word. Tacitly.
Expressed or carried on without words or speech.
Yeah, but that don't sound right because I've been saying it wrong. So for me, that sounds wrong.
What you mean?
I don't say tacitly.
What you say?
Tactically.
That's 2 different words. Tactically is, the root word is tactical. Tacitly, the root word is tacit.
What the fuck is tacit?
I just read you the definition. Expressed or carried on without words of speech. It's somewhat close to implied.
Okay. Colin, you couldn't just say implied.
Let Colin fucking learn us something. Hell.
Oh, God.
Now, another thing. Mr. On Point hit me up a few weeks ago asking about some stuff related to the Supreme Court, and I wanted to research and provide an answer for it. I was asked, when did the Supreme Court become partisan? And the answer is since the beginning. They blocked one of George Washington's nominees over partisan crap, but it's always been a court that's been politically motivated and partisan. We're just witnessing it happen in spades during our lifetime rather than in previous lives, or Drea Scott. Hope you guys have a great week. Kind regards, Colin Smith. Yeah, we had a conversation about, the Supreme Court being partisan, or if they're a partisan group, like each individual like got their own hardcore way of looking at shit, or if they all like recognize that the purpose of it is to be as objective as possible for the interpretation of the law. No. But clearly the interpretation of the law is going to be based on
what they believe in.
Their beliefs and their leanings. As I've tried to come to myself, because I don't consider myself a Democrat just because it's that prepackaged set of ideals that they expect you to accept. Mm-hmm. But I do consider myself, liberal in my beliefs and the way I think the role of the government is supposed to go. Mm-hmm. And I guess not far left, but left on the scale of a scale from right to left. And
you lean left as opposed to leaning right. Still near the middle.
I don't even think I'm near the middle for real. I think I'm left. I don't think I'm around the middle, because I've been trying to assess this. I mean, the shit that the right believes as it pertains to fiscal responsibility, as it pertains to education, as it pertains to healthcare, as it pertains to abortion or rights to life, or whatever you want to call it, as it pertains to the prison system, as it pertains to everything. I just don't agree with a lot of that shit. Mm-hmm. It might be one or two little isolated things that I get, but I don't quite understand how they plan on applying some old ass concepts to today. But for for far right or far left, it's some shit over there that like they trying to apply to the present now when we ain't really there yet. Like, clean energy. Like, we got a lot of research to do on that shit before we have a grasp on it to say this is what we gonna use. Mm-hmm. But a big part of that not progressing is because these old coal and all these old non-renewable energy measures is what the Republicans is funding, and they trying to inhibit that shit. So, but it's just made me think. I can't conceptualize how Republicans are, and I think it's because of how I was raised. I was raised poor as hell. That impact how I feel about fiscal responsibility for the government. Mm-hmm. I went to a poor ass school, which impacts how I feel like the government should address education. Yeah. I'm brown, so in terms of marginalized groups, it give me a reason to look at how I think marginalized groups are supposed to go.
Well,
my pops was locked up, so it make me feel a certain type of way about the prison system. He was locked up in a time period where the war on drugs was at its height. So it makes me realize that the government's role. So my upbringing is such that made me look at things in that way, and I can't look at it in the other way. But it's somebody else who grew up privileged as fuck in a good ass private school in a world that was not the way mine is, and they can't conceptualize how I look at the shit that I look at it like this way.
There are black people. So did you see the young black leadership conference where Stacey Dash and the pictures that I've seen from it were so cringeworthy, because it's all these young black kids with "Make America Great" hats on, and it's so cringy. Like, I couldn't even look at the picture for too long, because it's like, y'all are so fucking oblivious to the fact that your parents might be more well off than the average black parent. Obviously, you're able to go do this shit, and that's cool. But when it comes down to it, your black ass is gonna be looked at the same as these groups that y'all are looking down upon, being these young black Republicans going to this. Like, it's just, it was so cringy. It was so cringy. So being brown doesn't necessarily mean that you are able to sympathize with the plights of brown people, because I guess if you're far enough removed from it and this is all you've ever known, then you don't have a connection to it.
It's a combination of stuff. I mean, like, that's my brown experience.
That shit was cringy as fuck. But that goes with pie.
If I was a little rich brown kid, that might be different. Privileged brown kid.
It's so cringy, because it's like, and like fucking Donald Trump Jr. was there. taking pictures with these black kids that he would never ever be seen with again. Like, it's just so cringy, like the whole thing. I don't even remember how I came across it, because I definitely sure the fuck wasn't looking for it, because I knew it was gonna be cringy. Ugh. But anyhow, to speak to what you were saying about them having these old school ideas, so the elections are coming up, and I live in a city, I guess, where, because I ain't got no Democrat shit in my mailbox, but I've been getting a whole lot of Republican like flyers that they just put in everybody's mailbox. And I should have brought the one that I threw away before I came over here. But like, their platform is saying, let's get America back, basically make America great again. But it's like, not letting Democrats ruin the ideals that the country was founded on. And it's like, them shits was horrible. Like, but that's what they're pushing through the mailers that they're sending out to people, is that you need to vote Republican to save basically our way of life as we've known it. And it's just, oh my God. As soon as I see that shit in my box that goes to, we have a trash can right next to our mailboxes at my apartment complex, that shit go right in there. I feel dirty touching it. It's ridiculous. But that's the platform that they're pushing as they are trying to get people to vote Republican. Like, all of the stuff that I've gotten in the last few weeks, and I get something about once a week, one of them little flyers, and they're pushing like saving the old ways and traditional values and all that shit. So yeah, that's definitely something that they are still currently doing.
It's I don't know. I don't. The country is weird.
It's very weird. He had another little small mini.
I was trying to figure out what else to say, but it's too much shit in too little time.
Yeah.
Pro-life in quotations. They ain't pro-life. They're pro-controlling women. Kind regards, Colin Smith.
That's a remark about the conversation we had. I get so annoyed with people that say they're pro-life, but are also against the programs that help these babies that are born to families that can't take care of them. And so for me, saying that you're pro-life is incorrect, because you're not pro-life.
So I'm going to start saying pro-life, but not pro-human.
Yes.
Pro-life as a concept. Like, they believe in the concept of life. They believe in your right to be here. They don't believe in any measure of quality for that existence.
Once they get here.
Once you get here, none.
They just want to get you here.
You ain't promised shit.
Nope.
But the opportunity to possibly have a shit life.
Yep.
Unless you could pick yourself up by your bootstraps, then you'll have one that you earned.
Yep. That shit, it just, every time I see like stickers, people don't, folks love to put them kind of stickers and shit on their car. And every time I see, I'm just like, your idea of what life is so flawed, because it doesn't stop when that baby gets here. And so you telling all of these women, have these babies, you should have that baby, because that baby is the life that deserves to live. And then when the baby get here, you also are saying, you gotta take care of that fucking baby by yourself, bitch, figure it out. Like it. And so you have these kids born into like these terribly impoverished situations, and who end up being zoned for these ridiculously bad, poor schools, and not receiving the education. Like, not even talking about welfare or any of these other programs. The schools and shit that you provide for these kids that are born into these type of situations ain't shit. Like, the very bare minimum, you don't even want to do that community-wide for these kids that you feel like have a right to live. It just, it frustrates me, because I work with those kids after they get here and their parents ain't shit, or after they get here and their parents are struggling and can't get beyond where they are, and now the kid is having all of these issues. I work with those kids, so I see the side of it that they don't want to address. Right, you want to get them here, but then when they get here and they develop all of these fucking problems because of the life that they are forced to live, because they ain't got no other fucking choice. Y'all want to be hands off then, like, oh no, we got you here, our job is done. It's frustrating. seeing the impact that has on some of these kids and how they struggle.
You know, do you know about the amendments that we have on our ballot here in Alabama?
Mm-mm.
We got 4 amendments this year. 2 years ago, I did a breakdown on all of the amendments. We had like 12.
Yeah.
I'm voting no for all the amendments because I just think amendments are bullshit for the most part. Alabama has one of the longest constitutions in the United States.
I'm not surprised.
And the most amendments. And a lot of them be just little shit that it don't look like it mean nothing, but if you do research, oh man, it's a bunch of treachery afoot in a whole bunch of them amendments. But 2 of our amendments are not constitutional right now, federally speaking. One of them is a 10 Commandments bill.
Oh, for fuck's
sake. The 10
sake.
Commandments bill, and the second one is a abortion bill, abortion rights to life bill type situation. And the reason that they are not constitutional is because you can't display anything religious in a public domain.
Nope.
That is federally against the law.
Yep.
The way that they're going to try to get around that is to put it in a historical and educational context. That's the only way you can get away with putting something that's biblical in a public arena, is make it that. So you got to put it in that context. And if you don't know anything about the history of Alabama, before Roy Moore was a teenage toucher, he built a 2-ton 10 Commandments monument to put inside the courthouse. And the argument was that this is clearly a sign that if you are a Christian coming into this court and to this system, that you will have a better time than people that are not Christians or outside of this system. So that was the argument. And Roy Moore, this was struck down federally. A court above him said, get rid of that shit. He said, no, I'm not going to get rid of that shit. And then he was removed from the Supreme Court because of it. He was voted back in a couple of years later. But at that time, he was removed from that term he was serving. Now, the crazy thing is, and this is my fear about a bill like this would have been a different case if Roy Moore said, I want this to be a reminder of the history of our laws that is connected to some of the, history of the Bible. But what Roy Moore argued was that he wanted every citizen to know the sovereignty of God, and that every one of these commandments is how our entire law system was structured, despite all of our founding fathers saying that the law system don't have anything to do with the religious system. And that's why they struck it down.
Jesus. I really hate living in the Bible Belt. Because if this was somebody who decided to put a giant Quran or what is Jewish? They have a Torah. It would have been the upheaval, Jesus. Oh Lord, the upheaval that would have occurred, because then everybody would have felt like, oh, you're forcing your religion on us. We don't believe in that. But you have no respect for the people. Like you do. Like it's like in this Bible Belt, nothing exists but Christianity. Nothing gets respect that isn't Christianity. And it's so frustrating because the way that I feel about all of these religions that have all of these rules and shit, if your religion is the only thing that's keeping you from being out here killing motherfuckers and shit because, whatever God you serve, whatever text you read tells you not to do that, I don't give a fuck what it is. If that's keeping me alive, continue.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that people don't kill because a book tells you not to kill. I think they do it because of the cookie points they get for not killing, or the cookie points that they get for professing their faith, or the cookie points that they get for just treating somebody kind.
But even if that is what it is, I guess my point is that most of these religions have the same tenets, okay? Now, extreme Islam, obviously we know extreme anything, because extreme Christianity is bullshit too. Exactly. So I'm not talking about the
God
extreme.
told Abraham to kill his son. He was like, hey, Abraham, bruh, look, I know this gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna need you to go murder your son. I need to know that you down for your boy.
He was like, okay, let me
go lay him on that slab and then stab his ass.
He was gonna do that shit.
He
too.
was, according to the Bible, he was about to go and stab his kid. And he was like, no, I was just fucking with you.
Just trying to see where you
go kill that, go slaughter that goat over there instead. Like, if that's real, it's fucked up. If it's fake and somebody wrote it for dramatic effect, it's fucked up too. What are we supposed to deduce about the figure, aka God, in this situation?
Man, this could be a whole entire show because God there's a dichotomy. There is this benevolent, sweet, loving God that like blesses everyone. And then there's this wrathful ass God that like drowns motherfuckers and fucks with people and has them potentially kill their kid.
Well, there's a book called The Four Gods. And it's a representation of God in 4 quadrants of how he exists in the Bible. Mm-hmm. There is a benevolent God, there is a vengeful God, there is a loving God, and there is a benevolent, loving, vengeful, and a distant God.
Oh yeah, hands off.
Yeah. That's the 4 ways that God is represented in the Bible.
And how is he all of those? Some of those things are not compatible. They're not compatible.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's realistic because.
But if it's realistic,
you've been all of those things at some point.
Exactly. But I'm told I shouldn't be those things. Like, so here's what my problem is with that. Yes, that is realistic. That is how we are. But you're also on the other side of that told that we are made in God's image, and so we are supposed to be as God or as close to it as we possibly can. But then shit, living every day, then that's what the fuck we doing if he like us.
Personally, I feel like that scripture is misunderstood. I think making something being made in God's image meant that he could see it. That's all I think it means. If I make something and it's in my image, I can see it. Like if I make a clay figure, it being in my image means that I can literally see it. I don't think we know exactly what the fuck God look like. I think people thinking that God is like us or we are like him because we made his image. No, I just think he made us and could see us. Yes, and so we were in his image. But we have no record of what God's supposed to look like, what he's structured by. But let me tell you something that would make me embrace faith much more, okay?
Oh, people gonna think we're going to hell. Go on.
If it exists. What would make me embrace faith more is if God was flawed. It would just help.
But he's not flawed.
Well, it would make a make a lot more sense.
It would make a lot more sense.
If God was like, look, I'm finna make these creatures and they cool and they gonna be the shit, like. And this is the dinosaur age, mind you. He created all these dinosaurs and like, oh shit, whoa, wait a minute. Damn, they murdering. Oh my God. Oh, I think I fucked up. You know what? Let me just send some fireballs down.
And restart again.
And start over. So now, like because there's dinosaur bones in the ground.
It is.
That means one of two things. That means if God exists, he put some fuck ass dinosaur bones in the ground to confuse us and make us think that he had some shit here before we got here. Or they used to be here and something happened that either God planned or didn't plan. If he planned to destroy a whole planet full of creatures, that's fucked up.
He drowned the whole planet full of folks up for Noah and his people.
Listen, I feel like that was like a city or something. How you gonna flood the whole world? No, we know about Pangea. The planets, all of the land masses used to be one.
Listen.
Maybe
we also supposed to believe that all of mankind came from 2 people. Who the fuck? So here's my thing. If this is so off the rails. If Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel, who the fuck did Cain and Abel procreate with to continue? She had 2 boys. Did they have sex with their mom? Like, we're supposed to believe that all humanity started from 2 folks. One of whom was made out of the rib, but the one that was already here. Okay? So, if we're supposed to believe that a flood I feel like that's more unreasonable than a damn flood doing the whole earth. But
either way, the Bible are words influenced by man. What's the game called? Where you say something in one person on one side of the room, and then by the time it gets to the other side of the room, it's a different message.
Yes. I don't know what
I'm really trying to leave room for men to have misinterpreted the Bible so deeply that we got what we got. And God is like, well, I mean, it'd be out of my character to come down there and fix that shit now after 2,000 years. But I'm trying to be reserved because of like, if a 20-foot tall figure drop out the sky one day and be like, hey, God sent me here. I just want to let y'all know that, y'all been fucking up. That book is kind of inaccurate, even though God did try to give it to something. I'm trying to leave room for me to be like, okay, now it makes sense. Now all of this outlandish stuff that's been happening in the Bible that conveniently ain't happened for thousands of years. Shit like Samson having strength in his hair, and shit like Jonah being spit down by a whale and becoming a king. Like all this outlandish stuff. David and Goliath. You know what? I really think David and Goliath is real. I just don't think it's visualized. I don't think it is the way it visualized. I really think it's a dude that's like an actual, like David's an actual little person, like a midget or a dwarf. And I think Goliath was just 6'9". Like I think he was legitimately just a regular tall dude, and David was just super little.
Oh Jesus!
And so somebody looking from a distance, what they gonna see? They gonna see a David and a giant. You know what I'm saying? My brother is 6'9".
Oh yeah.
If my brother stand next to somebody that's 3 foot tall, he is
like
a giant. I don't know. I'm trying to leave room for something phenomenal to happen during this lifetime that's gonna show us that God exists. That's why I'm like I'm like the spot between agnostic and theist. I'll never go down towards atheist. Mm-hmm. Because a part of it is like I feel like I'm a Christian by conditioning. Yeah. But the reason that I'm skeptical as I am because I'm a logical person that's been asking questions like this since I was like 9 and 10.
And nobody can give you the answers because they don't know. And what in my experience, anytime I ask, I got you don't question God. I'm not questioning him. Is he here? I'm questioning you. And you can't give me an answer. So your fallback is to put this on God. He ain't here. I'm asking you. You the one telling me I'm supposed to believe.
I wasn't satisfied with.
I didn't get no answer. My answer was you don't question God. You just believe. What?
Well, my answer is because God is all powerful and almighty and can do anything. Well, can he stop this racism?
And so I was finna get back to the distant God. These things are not compatible in a deity that is supposed to love and care, okay? Because it's like, I applied for a job I didn't get, and I was really crushed by this. And everybody kept saying, oh, well, that's just because God has something better for you. Enraged is what I became. Because it's like, what? So when he gonna give it to me? Is it like tomorrow?
But also like, why?
Is it today? Is it 3 years from now? 20 years from now? What the fuck long am I supposed to wait on this shit? How is that gonna make me feel better?
But why would the scale of our problems even register to God? That's like me being concerned with a roach getting something to eat today. Like, why the fuck do I give a shit if a roach gets some food? I'm about to kill your ass if you come out here around my foot. I ain't gonna chase you, but if you come out here around my foot, I'm gonna step on your ass. Like, why would you not get that job? Why would God be like, hey, I'm gonna get Red that job. I'm gonna get her something better.
Better than that.
Oh, no. You know what? Not even that. It's like, I'm gonna not let her get this.
Exactly.
So that I can get something better.
Exactly. Because that's what would have had to happen. And it's just, people are so intertwined into their faith that, like, I could tell by the look on their face, they really thought they were saying something that was gonna make me feel better. And I don't want to be an asshole, but inside I'm like, bitch, get out my face. Like, what are you even talking about? That don't even make no fucking sense. Because, so what would it have been if I had got the job? God bless you. It's like, no matter what happens, he's never at fault. Okay? Because if bad shit happens, it's the devil. when good shit happen, regardless of what it is or how it came to be, it was God and you blessed, and then you should thank God for it. And it's like, I worked my ass off. What the fuck is you talking about? I just don't understand. I don't understand how people decide whether or not he gonna intervene or not. Like, how do you know if he has the ability to be distant and be hands off and let us have some autonomy and make choices and shit? How you know when he gonna intervene? You don't. You just out here living life hoping.
A distant God is like a Calvinistic version of Christianity. That's where it got some other kooky dialogue with a Calvinist way of perceiving faith. But it's more like God set the world that we live in, the universe that we live in, like a watch. Like he spent the dial and spent the dial and spent the dial, and now it's just working. And he not gonna do anything to touch it or intervene. That would still be better than this idea that God at every turn is intervening everywhere at any point in time. And on your life, on my life, he teaching us lessons through not giving us shit. He giving us other shit over here. It's like it's really hard for me to accept that he is all powerful, all knowing, omnipotent, has everything, and
flawless.
The world exists the way that it exists.
Perfect.
But that being said, any people who are, strong in their faith, I hate that we, went off on faith like that. But the reality is, I'm questioning what I'm been told that I should believe, and I feel like everybody should have at some point ask that and question that. And if you've done that and you got the way you believe, I'm glad you're there. I'm not there, and I got a whole bunch of questions, and a whole bunch of stuff don't make sense. I'm leaving room for some possibility of believing.
Because how easy would it be? How easy would it be to send down somebody that just tell everybody, hey, this is the God that everybody needs to be serving. Dollar the shit. Like, it would clear up so much shit. It would be so simple. Like, it just seems like it would be an easy solution for because God showed up and talked to people all the time in the Bible. He don't do that. What happened? Why he silent now? He don't say shit. He burning bushes and splitting seas, and he used to do all kind of shit. Now we have no kind of contact whatever. I feel like that would clear everything up. He don't even have to be him. He could send an angel down and just tell everybody, and it'd be fine. But I don't understand. I don't even remember how we got here.
We got here by talking about pro-life and pro-controlling women. And
the religion behind wanting people to be here, but not wanting to help them when they get here. Okay, so I was gonna put this in the letter part, but these will be my first few stories because I just want to see what you're gonna say. All right. So if you have a question you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it to our Gmail account, which is conversationconartist@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Facebook, Conversation Con Artist, and send us a letter that way. So I saw some interesting things on Instagram that were food related, and I just wanted to get your opinion.
I already know one of them you got on there.
What?
That damn pickled cheesecake.
Ew, I didn't hear about that one.
Oh,
what
okay.
the fuck? Now you gotta tell me. What is
this?
It's
a cheesecake that people got pickles in.
Why would
you already know what kind of people got pickles in the cheesecake. We don't even gotta go into that. Continue.
Oh my God. Okay, so they are making rotisserie chicken flavored candy canes.
Rotisserie chicken flavored candy canes.
Yes.
No. You know the best part about rotisserie chicken? Pulling that skin off and eating that little golden rotisserie flavored skin on the top of it.
I don't eat the skin.
I like the skin on the rotisserie. If you give me a good ass piece of baked chicken with that crispy skin on it, I like that skin more than I like fried skin. Okay. It's just because fried skin is only hard on the top, but underneath it still got that little wet layer of skin. Mm-hmm. But when you bake it, it's crispy. I don't know who would want to taste rotisserie chicken in a candy can. See, there are certain foods, right? There are certain foods that are experiences. All right, mm-hmm. It's not just a taste. It's not just a flavor. It's an experience. A rotisserie chicken to me is an experience. It takes time to get that skin crisp. Steak is an experience. You gotta cut that steak and you gotta chew and let the flavors mix and mingle. That's an experience. You can't put that shit in a candy cane.
Is it? And I don't. Is it sweet? So is it just chicken flavor and it's not sweet? Because a candy cane, candy being in the name, is sweet. Is it like, I don't understand what the flavor would be. I'm a little.
Don't all candy canes have that mint undertone, even if it has another flavor to it?
No. There's fruit candy canes that don't have shit to do with. I'm a candy cane connoisseur. Christmas, so Halloween and caramel apples are my shit, okay? And then when Christmas come around, I get all kind of candy canes. And I love peppermint, so I do get peppermint ones, but I like the cherry ones that are like the different colors. They're like yellow. The stripes are like yellow and blue and red, and it's cherry flavored. There is no undertone of mint.
Tell me this. Would you eat candy apple flavored rotisserie chicken?
Hell no. You know how I feel about mixing flavors. I don't like sweet shit that ain't supposed to be sweet. I don't want my chicken sweet. I don't even eat honey mustard and shit on my chicken. Like, I don't like making chicken sweet.
Apples ain't supposed to be sweet. If it's a green apple.
If it's a candy, you said candy apple.
I'm saying an apple is a fruit that.
But fruit is sweet.
Not a green apple.
Yeah, but if most fruit is sweet. And that's a natural thing. It ain't me taking some shit and some unnatural shit and creating it. The apple came off the tree sour or tart. You going out of your way to make chicken sweet is not natural. I can't. So like, I would never eat that. And this shit sound weird to me because I can't really, and it look crazy. Like the stripes are yellow and brown.
It's not an experience. I love steak and I wouldn't eat a steak flavored damn candy cane. I love pork tenderloin. I wouldn't eat a pork tenderloin flavored goddamn, because the only thing it can really taste like is the seasonings that you use. So I feel like a rotisserie, if it's seasoned right, a rotisserie flavored candy cane just gonna taste like seasoned salt and pepper and garlic powder and onion powder and lemon pepper. Why would I want that?
I don't know.
Pass. Hard pass.
Chick-fil-A.
Matter of fact, I ain't violent, but I will get some people to whoop your ass. Kind of like the Chance the Rapper character from Atlanta. You know what I'm talking about?
Chance the Rapper character from Atlanta.
Chance the Rapper character. Yeah, the dude they was in the studio with.
Oh, okay, yes.
He
the
was
nice
like,
guy. Well, he would get other people to do it.
I don't want to never put hands on you, but you know I ain't the only one that got hands. That's disrespectful. Don't do that.
Okay, next. Chick-fil-A is testing mac and cheese in 6 cities. Would you want to have mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A?
I'd try it, but I wouldn't trust it.
I don't eat mac and cheese because I can't have the cheese.
Everything at Chick-fil-A is good. I don't think they would mess mac and cheese up, but you know, don't get me wrong. There's multiple types of macaroni and cheese, okay? There's Southern macaroni and cheese, which is usually what you're going to get from Southern Grannies.
Yes.
And then there is just Blue Box. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't feel Chick-fil-A is going to have a Southern Grandma macaroni and cheese.
No, because they're all over the country, like the franchise. It wouldn't be. Because Chick-fil-A isn't a Southern company, isn't it?
Well,
it's everywhere.
Southern just means, to me, made with some heart and soul. Not just noodles with water on it and some cheese drizzled on it. That I don't want that from nobody. Like, I need to believe that they was trying to make some mac and cheese. See, the thing I don't trust about it is that they're going to try to find a combination between taste and health.
Yes.
They not gonna put out a 1,000-calorie scoop of macaroni and cheese.
I don't know, cause they chicken nuggets can't be healthy. They're delicious, but they can't be healthy.
But it's the nature of the restaurant. They still use the best oil, better than any other restaurant. They still use the best ingredients, better than any other restaurant. I mean, by default, it's fast food restaurant. They're going to cook food that is not healthy, but I can almost assure you that Chick-fil-A's chicken is healthier than any other comparable chicken that you will get from any other fast food place.
It's also delicious. It has that distinct Chick-fil-A taste.
It's good.
We should get like government names and nerd plate, and we should do like a blindfold taste test of chicken and see if everybody can figure out where the chicken's from.
You know, it's a cost. No, Sam's Club has some chicken that on the internet they saying tastes just like Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets.
What?
Yes.
Where is it their brand of chicken?
Yes, it's Maker's Mark brand, I think.
Okay.
They say it tastes just like Chick-fil-A
I'm gonna
chicken.
go buy some.
I've been reading articles and people is like, yep.
I'm gonna go buy some because Chick-fil-A chicken is amazing. But the taste test, we could have maybe tag. We have to get somebody else, but buy chicken from all the places and then we try to guess where the chicken's from. I know I'm gonna get Chick-fil-A right, but like I don't really eat Popeye, so I just a bunch of restaurants chicken and see if we can figure it out.
So we
and
have to do
it.
Chick-fil-A. We have to do Jack's. We have to do Popeye chicken fingers.
Yeah.
We have to do McDonald's. We can do a lot of places.
Churches. Yeah, and record it. I just think it'd be fucking hilarious to see if we can guess where the chicken from. It's black as shit too, but anyway.
We black.
We're black, so that makes sense. And this other thing, I thought it was food related. It's not. This just confused me. It was on the Shade Room. It was a question that was posed, and I was just like, "Who?" But I feel like you're gonna have a dissenting answer, so I'm gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
So the question was, y'all put on clothes first and then put on lotion, or vice versa? How you put on clothes first and then put the lotion on? That means you only go lotion places where it's visible.
I guess that's a man versus a woman thing. Because all I need you to see is that I'm not ashy, where you can see where I would be ashy at.
So you put your clothes on, then put lotion on.
Yeah.
What kind of sense does that make? I just don't understand that I lotion my whole body when I get out of the shower. You don't have dry skin doing that shit? Like only lotion in the places you can see? Like the rest of you don't get dry from not getting lotion? I don't understand.
I've been fine. I don't know what kind of I don't know how my life be different if I spent 20 years lotioning myself butt naked. I don't know.
I didn't think about men versus women because at first I was just like, who the fuck put on lotion after they get dressed? That don't make no goddamn sense. But you saying that does make sense because dudes do things completely different. But I would never. I'm going to put on lotion and then get dressed. That's like my ritual. I get up in the morning, I brush my teeth, wash my face, I put on lotion, and then I put my clothes on. To the point where I have to, Remy, my German short hair pointer, try to lick lotion off of you. So like as soon as you rubbing the lotion in, his ass come because I guess it smells good to him. So I have to lock his ass up in the morning time because I don't have time. I already be running late and then you making me late over here fucking with me while I'm trying to put this fucking lotion on. But I wouldn't have imagined anybody would put on clothes and then lotion because that don't make sense in my brain because you can't reach everywhere because now you're clothed.
Well, there is a core part of your body that nobody will ever see unless you want them to see it.
Yeah, but you still can have dry skin. I don't want my skin dry. It ain't about people seeing it. To me, it's about lotion in my skin so it's not dry. Like, I don't care if you never see it. It's lotioned.
Well, I'm hairy and I'm a sweater. I'm going to sweat. So I'm not going to be like dry. The only reason that I would have needed to have been told to use lotion was for skin health. And then maybe that would have been the case.
Even in the wintertime when it's dry as fuck outside, you still don't need lotion? Mm-mm. Okay.
But, that also goes to the scale of the difference of bodies. Some people are just different. Like some people don't have snap, crackle, and pop skin when they have dry skin. Some people do.
Well, I have eczema, so like if I don't keep my skin lotion, I get itchy and I get like patches of dry skin. So I have to. But even before, because I haven't had eczema my whole life. I kind of, as you get older, your body just say fuck you and just do all kind of bullshit. I got up last Sunday, my damn ankle was swollen and hurting for no goddamn reason.
That's how my foot is today.
What the fuck is going on with this shit? Like, your body just say, fuck you, I've worked, I'm not working as hard, I'm sorry. Just, you're going to have to deal with it. But so I developed eczema. But even before that, I don't like being dry, so I lotion.
Yeah, no, I don't. I put my clothes on, then lotion the parts that I see that are dry. That's it. That's how I do.
Y'all comment, because now I want to know. Like, Colin, I know you're going to send something because he's very good about it. So I want to know if you do the same thing. I just want to see if maybe it is a gender difference, because there may be women that do that same shit. I don't know.
I was not. First off, I told a story about me going to school ashy. Right?
Yes, you did.
I went to school so ashy one time, they started calling me white at school. And a part of that is because my mama didn't buy lotion like that. We didn't have a lot of lotion. I definitely wasn't gonna have enough lotion to put lotion on my body every day and expect my mama to keep buying it. That wasn't her priority.
My mama got mad if, like, not me, because obviously, I guess because I'm a girl, I lotion. But she would get pissed off at my brothers, like, all this lotion, you walking out of this house, ashy as hell. Go put some lotion on your knees or whatever.
When I tell you that we didn't have lotion and we had to use that Blue Magic.
Oh, nigga.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm telling you, that was not one of my mama's priorities. We had to use Blue Magic. See,
that
Blue Magic is hair grease, right?
For anybody that don't know.
What you do is you put the Blue Magic all over your leg, and now your leg is shiny.
That shit is greasy. It's grease. It's
But you got to get a slightly damp towel, and then you wipe all of that off. So now that it's only at pore level, so your leg look like it's been regular lotion, but you know the steps you had to take to keep it from being all shiny. You got, like slightly dampened. Wow. That's how you work, because it's grease.
It's grease.
It's not going to accept the water, but the towel is going to take some of that shine off of it so your legs can look regular. This is my life growing up. I was, one, not finna do that to my whole body. And number two, my mama was not finna buy enough lotion to do that to my whole body. And she didn't tell me that. If you didn't tell me shit, if you ain't telling the kids shit while they little, how the fuck they know it in 34 years?
My mama made sure my brothers, now whether or not they lotion now, I don't know, but she made sure that they was lotioned before.
But at least if they knew the lotion they whole bodies when they was little and stopped doing it, they got the knowledge and they just not embracing it. You know, I mean, lotion to me, for my purposes, was so that you ain't ashy. And being ashy was an aesthetic. It was something that you didn't want other people seeing you being.
Being ashy means you dry. Your skin is dry. That's why the ash
But
forms.
the important, I know that generally speaking, that's what ashy mean, but the functional part of lotion was to keep people from seeing your ash.
Not eliminating the ash.
Exactly. Not eliminating all the ash. It's just like only ash that matters.
All ash matters.
No, not in my life.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, if I date somebody and I'm walking around with my shirt off and she be like, yeah, you ashy. Why you always ashy? Then
she is going to do that too, because I would 100% do that.
Well,
the fuck is you walking
ain't
around
nobody
here?
ever done it.
Ashy Larry.
Nobody has ever done it. And plenty of people have seen me walking around ashy with my shirt off. Okay. Nobody said, hey, you ashy. Do you lotion your shoulders? Nobody's ever said that.
Oh, God. I invest in lotion, nigga. Right now, I'm using a Vino because the weather has changed and so my skin is going to get dry.
I got 7 different lotions in my house right now because of that school ash situation. I got lotion PTSD. It ain't got nothing to do with knowing that my whole body need to be. It's all about people being able to see the parts of me that they can see being ashy. That's what it's about.
I swap it up like during the summertime because it's so hot. I don't need as heavy of a lotion, but like, so now that we're getting into fall and it's cooler here, I've switched to a Vino, which is expensive, but it's really, really good. And I don't get dry. So, yeah. But anyway, I figured you were going to have a different opinion than me on this.
The best lotion you can get is Eucerin. E-U-C.
Yeah.
What is how you spell it?
Eucerin. Eucerin.
That stuff, when you start to put it on, you know that it's getting in your skin. Like that Nivea. When you put that stuff on, it just feel like rubbing water on your arms.
Yeah, it does.
It's like
Suave is terrible.
Suave is bad. cocoa butter is good, but not cheap cocoa butter. Like, don't get
Palmer's
the Vaseline brand
no,
cocoa butter.
You have to go get you some Palmer's.
Get some real cocoa butter. You'll know when you start putting it on. You're gonna be like, I feel my skin being better now. Like, it's like you can tell something's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get you some Palmer's cocoa butter. For whatever reason, there were 2 stories this week about celebrities and the law as far as wanting to become the law. Did you know Jerry Springer was a lawyer?
Nope.
Jerry Springer was a lawyer. And did you know his show still fucking came on?
I knew his show still came on.
I didn't know that. So it's ending after 29 seasons. Mm-hmm. And so now he's going to become a male Judge Judy. He's getting a judge show. And he, did you know he's a former lawyer and he was mayor of Cincinnati?
I knew he was a mayor.
He's a lawyer as well. So he's going to be doing small claims court cases on the show.
Not surprising.
It's not.
I'm a professional counselor. I have a master's degree, a college degree. If somebody wanted to pay me $100,000 a year
like
just
Dr.
to
Phil?
tap dance on the corner of the road, I'd do that shit. I would not be doing this shit. If I could look into a crystal ball and see that I'd be doing a ratchet ass TV show for 29 years and making millions and millions of dollars, I'd be doing that shit. But that's how, like, that a part of that dialogue is because of my financial situation or circumstances right now. Not horrible, but I want money.
Yeah.
I got stuff to take care of. I can worry about my humanitarian causes later.
That's what I want. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's gonna be a judge, and do you remember Lil Mo, the singer? Mm-hmm. She's gonna be a lawyer.
How far is she through that process? Is she done?
She ain't even started.
Well, how can you say she gonna be a lawyer?
Cause that's what she said. Hell, she said today has been one of those days. I usually hold it all together, but when there's so much going on this side, it's hard to suppress something you have been wanting to do. I've given 20 years plus to being Lil Mo. I'm going to give you all new music and a new TV show in 2019, where we push it for January. Then after that, it's time to be Cynthia Dargan, which I'm assuming is her real name. I've always wanted to be a lawyer. The time is now. I'll use my influence to be great. Pray for my family and I. This is a decision I've been waiting to make, but the time has come. So she ain't started nowhere. She ain't did shit. She just...
Only horrible lawyers use their influence. Great lawyers use facts and knowledge. Fuck is she talking about?
It's Lil Mo. Who the fuck is finna hire Lil Mo as a lawyer? Like, listen, if she was able to, I'ma assume she ain't even got an undergrad degree. So if she was able to get an undergraduate degree, if she was able to get in law school and acquire her JD and pass the bar, because all of those are steps in becoming a lawyer that can practice, I still wouldn't fucking hire her.
That's why I do not agree with the way you phrased it.
What? She the one said that. That's what she said.
Trump said he gonna build a wall. Your ass ain't out here saying he finna build a wall, y'all. You can't just go by what somebody say they gonna do to validate it.
Look, all I said was Lil Mo is planning to be a lawyer.
You didn't say planning.
She gonna be a lawyer. That's what she said. She said, I'm gonna be a lawyer. I'm gonna use my influence and be a lawyer. That's what she said. I was quoting her. So
if she still got money, for any musician that still got money,
she can't possibly.
You just need to go and have a quaint life somewhere with a house that's not too big, with a car that's not too lavish, in a community that's not too damn violent, and just be there. Okay? Shit is over. Shad Moss, take your ass to that community. Lil Mo, take your ass to that community.
When is the last time Lil Mo made music? I honestly cannot think of anything other than that song she did with Fabulous. Where was he cheating or had two women? Or, I can't even remember the chorus to the damn song. Like, I can't remember any music. And she talking about she gonna give us our last bit of music in 2019. What was the music before that? Like, has she still been making music, nigga?
If she ain't making music to cater to these young audience, then she's gonna have a hard time.
I mean, she's a who singing what? Like, I guess she would have to do like some Khalid type shit, or her, or who is famous like that kids listen to that sing. I know the rap side, but like R&B, who's popular in R&B right now for like the younger demographic? Because her, I don't even feel like I feel like her is us. I don't know that the younger demographic is like big on her.
I don't know.
Let me see when the last time Lil Mo put some damn music out, because I just don't believe that she's been doing anything here recently. 2007 is the last time she put out some damn music. 11 years ago, Lil Mo. So don't act like the streets been waiting on you.
Somebody like Lil Mo.
In 2007, or when I don't even know when that song. I honestly really wish I could remember another song that wasn't that song with Fabulous, but I just.
Somebody had a Lil Mo poster on their wall when they was in damn high school. Okay, that's who is gonna go to her concert. That's who is gonna buy her music, and that just might be enough people to keep her up. You know, a lot of artists, they maintain their life from concerts and shit.
The show.
Flavor Flav, all them old niggas, they can do concerts in their area for like the next 20 years and be fine.
But Flavor Flav and Public Enemy they were the shit during that time. Lil Mo ain't never been that girl. like it was people that enjoy her music, but like she was never like that girl. She was never like this huge star that just kind of fell off. It was never the case. So like, I don't know that she have enough people that would give a fuck now. She gonna probably make more money from this show, whatever it is, especially if it's a ratchet reality TV show that she gonna put on in 2019. Now that's where she gonna make her money. The music shit, I don't really know, because she wasn't that big. Like, she wasn't like this huge star ever. There were people that enjoyed her music. I enjoyed the music. Well, I can't remember right now, but I did. But I just don't think she was big enough for her to be able to. Flavor Flav and Public Enemy was huge, and he cemented his. Because I can think of Public Enemy songs right now. I can't think of shit Lil Mo did. Like, Flavor Flav then cemented his place in history. Like, folks know who he is. Plus, then he did all them damn reality shows. He even did that shit. That's what you do when your music ain't really shit no more. You do reality. And I think has she been on a reality show? I think she was on like R&B Divas. Anyway, Lil Mo says she gonna be a lawyer, so.
I don't think so.
She said she always wanted to be a lawyer. But, she started doing music instead.
Okay.
Where Lil Mo come out of Cynthia? Her name is Cynthia. Dargan.
Her middle name probably Monique.
Yeah.
She probably didn't like the name Cynthia. That shit. That's 60 years old at least. That's an old name.
It is.
All right, let's get some of the political stuff out of the way.
Oh, nigga. Okay.
Caesar Sayoc sent pipe bombs out to a whole bunch of
Democrats and
Democratic figures.
And
let's see,
media,
CNN, James Tapper,
media leaning towards the left.
Don Lemon, Maxine Waters, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, the Obamas, Soros, George Soros. I think it's George's first name. But if you keep up with the news, you don't heard the name Soros.
Bunch of folks.
He's a billionaire funder of a lot of political stuff on the Democrat side, left. And this man mailed pipe bombs out to people. So it's failures on a bunch of different sides.
He had a bomb mobile with a bunch of Trump shit all over it.
How did he send this shit in the mail? I mean, at the end of the day, I guess you can just drop it in a mailbox and just go about your business. But that makes some dangerous shit about the mail.
Well, but
The mail system.
They don't check. Like, I feel like there has to be some kind of something that would. They don't check every package, I guess is what I'm saying. That would have to trigger it because they get too many packages. There's no way that they would be able to inspect every package that came in before they mailed it out. Now, what I am surprised about is like these are some big political figures. And I would have thought, especially like past presidents, they still have Secret Service. Like, I would think that their mail
don't go straight to them. They mail go somewhere else to be
checked,
and then it goes to them. No past presidents get shit sent straight to them.
But like CNN, that shit went straight. Because
they had to evacuate
the whole damn building.
Middle of a news day.
It actually ain't hard to mail a pipe because they don't check the pack. Like if you pack it in a way where it don't look suspicious, it's just gonna go to whoever you sent it to. Because they don't. I mean, there's no way they would ever be able to inspect every package that came through to make sure there wasn't no bullshit in it. And then the danger that put them in, because if anybody at the damn post office that opened it, blew the whole damn post office up. Because I'm sure
I feel like if his pipe bombs was worth a damn, then at least one of them would have blew up somewhere. I mean, how do they catch every single one of your pipe bombs without any of them exploding?
Well, but that's what you want. You want it to get to the target. If it explodes beforehand, then that means he made a really good pipe bomb that was triggered it just right, so where you would have to actually open it for it to explode. Because if it explode on the way there, that defeat the purpose. You still didn't get the person. And now this nigga, you ain't gonna be able to send another bomb because now they gonna be suspicious and shit about packages. So actually, I think he did a good job that none of them exploded. That means he would have been able to fuck them up had they got it.
The craziest part about this is the Republican response to it. It's like this man in nearly every movie that has some extremist in it, it can be marked down to somebody's words and somebody's dialogue that made them realize that their goal to do something was tied to this person's goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the reality. You create like the butterfly effect from things you say. It is going to create something. If you are if you are Nelson Mandela, it's going to create a nation that wants to do better. But if you are Donald Trump, it's going to create a nation that want to fight and want to be hostile. Donald Trump weeks ago was just praising a senator that body slammed a reporter.
Yep.
Trump has been constantly he made a implication that the Second Amendment would take care of Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
He said all kind of things and
inflammatory shit that he don't want to cop to, but he did. And this dude was covered. That van, did you see them windows? Mm-hmm. Them windows, not windows.
The windows had it had like stickers with
Trump pence,
targets on certain people, like targets on Don Lemon and different people on there.
Nigga, if I saw a van like that, like if I left here now and was riding down the road and saw that shit, I'd be scared as a much. Like that is extreme as fuck. Like all the windows was covered. Like that's some schizophrenic type shit.
Let me be fair. And fairness in this looks like it ain't Donald Trump's fault that man did that. Donald Trump created the environment by which somebody would do it. Mm-hmm. But let a Republican tell it, Bernie Sanders is the reason why this man went and shot up that baseball game.
Oh my God!
And shot that senator from
Arizona.
I'm
glad you said, because that's their go-to, right? Like that's their. Well, this is what happened. Like instead of them addressing what the fuck has happened, their response has been to say, "Well, we've had attacks on us as well. Remember like not to this extent at all. Like if those bombs had made all of their destinations, that would have been a lot of devastation and destruction that would have occurred. It would have been a lot of high profile, oh God, I don't even want to know how bad that would have been if even one of those had gone off on their intended target. So let's not sit up here and do that.
Look, when it's Trump, it ain't his fault, but when it's Bernie Sanders, it is his. Yep. When Eric Holder say, when they go low, we kick them, or when Maxine Waters say, confront your politicians in the restaurants, oh, that's Democrats producing a mob. But when Donald Trump and the Republicans have their rhetoric and somebody do something like this from it, oh, that's just a crazy individual that's doing his own thing. Like, you can't have it both ways in all of these situations.
David Duke is still endorsing Trump, and still, like, they have had, ever since this whole debacle of his presidency has started, there have been so many extremists that have come out in support. Even, what's the Breitbart nigga name that ain't a problem no more, but he looked drunk all the time. I can't think of his name. Anyway, him. Like, it's just, they want to separate themselves so badly, but it's like, this ain't the first time y'all have had somebody question. Now, this the worst by far. But again, David Duke endorsing him. There were bad people on both sides when we had the Tiki Torch mob and shit. Like, it's just, it's such a mess. And Trump is not presidential. He doesn't know how to respond in times of crisis because he's a narcissist. And so him thinking outside of himself is very difficult. And he can never just say, as a country, we need to pull together and leave it at that. He also has to add an attack on the media or an attack on Democrats. Like, he can't focus.
Well, I think that's common knowledge. You know, if I have a brand new puppy, I expect that puppy to shit on the floor. I expect that puppy to eat when I tell him to eat. And I expect that puppy to get into some bullshit around here.
Oh, God.
I fucking expect Trump to Trump. I expect Trump to be calloused and nonchalant and absolutely avoiding of responsibility. I expect that. I don't expect nothing out of Trump. Okay? Nothing. Anything. When Trump do shit, I be like, par for the course. Par for the course. That's him. At least he's consistent in his bullshit. I just can't understand how people don't understand that Trump being at the top and being as inflammatory as he is has not led to a trickle-down effect of bullshit. It has emboldened Republicans to play aggressive-ass offense, which has forced the Democrats to play aggressive-ass defense, which has created a big-ass divide that was already there. It's making the gap wider, and then he's added components of attacking the media, which is a group that consistently has to approach these people. And so now what I'm seeing in what somebody did, they went and interviewed some Trump supporters outside of a Trump rally, asking what do they think about the numbers showing that only 8% of the African American population supports Trump. And they're like, oh, that can't be right. That's fake news. That can't be right.
Oh my God.
I think it's more so around 50-something%. And I'm like, what the fuck? But everybody was writing it off as, oh, that's fake news. That's right. Where did you get those numbers from?
I'm so tired
that's
of
a
it.
left-leaning place. Oh, that's CNN. Oh, that's not right. NBC. Oh yeah, that's fake. Like,
I'm so tired of hearing fake news.
this has created a fucking problem. I don't know why Republicans and Trump supporters, even if you're not Republican, if you're independent, I just don't understand how you don't understand how trickle down shit works. It is like nowhere. We don't treat our kids to be like a Donald Trump.
Hell the fuck no.
We don't. Donald Trump, and this is my problem. This is where it starts to get the white man versus black man stuff. Because the way that I was raised, whether it was church, whether it was my mama, whether it was the school, Donald Trump is the opposite of everything America told me what I needed to be successful.
Yep.
The opposite. President Obama was everything that America said to be. Trump is the opposite. And President Obama had to be every goddamn thing that America said to be treated like a monkey. And Trump can be the fucking opposite and be out here treated like a damn king.
Yep.
That shit is bothersome to me.
This is America.
I can't, it's beyond me how this shit going on. But either way, I really just wanted to address the hypocrisy and how that shit's going. And you know what? Democrats is fucking up as much as Republicans is fucking up.
Absolutely.
That's a part of that inflammatory trickle down of offense defense in an already polarized system where one side swinging their dick and the other one trying not to get their face hit by it.
The visual, Jesus, that's hilarious.
They stay around here. They got the House, the Senate, and the every branch. They swinging King Kong meat around here.
Oh, Jesus.
And you think, and Democrats mad? I mean, they mad at Democrats because it's like we get to voice our opinions. We get to dissent. But to move in, let me finish the political shit before we go on.
Okay.
The other thing is about these migrant caravans. Clearly we know about the caravan. Clearly we know about this big group of people from the Honduras coming over here. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I don't know why. When you said caravan, it made Coolio's Fantastic Voyage. And I was just jugging. Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
It is what it is. I don't know if anybody knows about this. You can look this up yourself. But America has played a huge role in the destabilization of the Honduras from back in the Reagan years. Now, America had always been involved, from America owning a large portion of the banana fields in Honduras, to the point that it was hard for the Honduras people to find rich soil because that's how much influence they had. So you can look at the role of America in that. But Honduras has always been a violent place. Mm-hmm. The last thing that happened, so in the 80s, Reagan sent troops over there. They trained some Hondurans, and because of political purposes and America having like geopolitical interests in the region, they let them get away with a lot of shit until a coup happened. Until they was like, listen, we finna fucking overthrow this shit. Mm-hmm. If a coup happens, America is supposed to withdraw their support. America did not withdraw their support, and President Obama actually recognized the new leader as a leader, because I guess the dynamic was defining whether it was a coup or not. Mm-hmm. And America chose not to define it as a coup, but because of that, it just disrupted the entire system. It disrupted, it basically made way for, because of that coup, it made way for, it changed from a citizen-based democracy to a somewhat close to a dictatorship, which made way for a lot of criminals to be in government. And so now a lot of people being getting murdered, a lot of bodies been showing up, a lot of drug cartels and things are creating a lot of destabilization in the country, and people are leaving because of that. America has a big role to play in that. And I just want to know when somebody is going to address that, because I just don't think it's right to, it's like you go to your next door neighbor house, roll a grenade in the middle of that bitch, and it explode, and when they come and ask you for some water, you be like, nah. Nah, we ain't got no water for y'all. Y'all got to get your own water. Like, go back to your house. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know shit about America's role in the Honduras, look that up. But we are a direct cause of how this shit has come to be. And I really think that need to be considered in dealing with these people. But my biggest issue, so apart from the history, my biggest issue is that the way that Trump is selling this shit is Trump is saying, look at this big group of people charging our borders. And if you look, there's Middle Easterns in the middle. He said if you look in the middle of that caravan, there's MS-13 and Middle Eastern. Now, Trump is going to Trump, right? So don't expect Trump to do very much. But the amount of people that believe what Trump say is problematic. And the biggest problem in that dialogue, and then I'm going to let this shit go, is that Trump equated a regular general ass Middle Eastern as being something negative. Like every single Middle Eastern must be a bad person. Mm-hmm. He said in the middle you're gonna find MS-13 and a Middle Eastern. He didn't say MS-13 and Al Qaeda. He didn't say MS-13 and whatever Middle Eastern type of terrorist groups you're gonna get. He said a Middle Eastern. It's just the dog whistles and the racism. I don't understand how people are accepting this shit. I'm dumbfounded. Like, I'm really expecting Donald Trump to be a 2-term president. If he don't, big whoop. But I think that might happen, and I'm really still just ready for this shit to be over. I'm ready for it to be over. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out, that fuckery out there, the hypocrisy. And if you didn't know anything about what's going on with the caravans, you got some research to do.
So I'ma assume that Nick Cannon is smoking crack.
Hell, Nick Cannon did.
Nick Cannon said that he would win a rap battle against Will Smith, Lil Wayne, Drake, and Andre 3000. The only one on there that I could be like, whatever, is Will Smith. The rest of them niggas, Nicholas. Andre 3000 being the most ridiculous person on that fucking list. You can't touch Andre 3000. There's just, it's so laughable. He's insane.
None of them people battle rap.
They don't, but it would just be like rap beef, I guess. And there is no fucking way. He started by saying that he would 100% win a battle with Will Smith. I am a better rapper than Will Smith. And Will Smith is pretty damn good. He added that he would happily battle the getting jiggy with it rapper on any form he chooses. Nick went on to say that he's so good at freestyling that he doesn't even do it anymore. I'm better than 90% of the rappers out there, he shared. I freestyle so well that I don't even do it no more. Like, if you watch Wildin' Out, everybody else is preparing and writing bars like I've been doing his shit. I would call Lil Wayne one of the greatest, Drake one of the greatest, Andre 3000, but it's like you put those cats in battle form and going back and forth, and they're not going to be able to handle me.
I think that's his, I think that's where the perception comes in at. Because he does Wildin' Out, because battle rap and freestyling is focused on coming up with impromptu back and forth with each other, he might have a case.
No, he doesn't.
He might have a case.
Did you listen to Sorry by T.I. featuring Andre 3000?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Andre 3000's verse on there is amazing. But the reason I use that as an example is this. T.I. invited Andre 3000 to be on that track. And T.I. left the studio to go do something while Andre 3000 was recording. He finished the whole fucking song. Like, he was supposed to just do like a verse, and then I guess T.I. was going to come back, because that usually is how it works in a song that features somebody. Andre 3000's verse was so long and it was so good that T.I. didn't want to cut none of it out, but he also couldn't add nothing on to it. And so Andre 3000 completed that fucking song. Like, when T.I. came back, he was just like, dude. I don't think he could. Andre 3000 is the one I have the most problem with on that fucking list. The fact that Andre 3000 is so fucking talented. And I don't think that his talent is purely based on him sitting down writing rhymes. Like, I feel like he would be able to battle and hold his own. It's Nick Cannon.
Look, I only said he got a case. All right. His lawyers are the same people that did Bill Cosby's trial. All right. I'm not saying that is, I mean, a court would take it. At bare minimum. You know, I mean, because he has words. He knows them. He can put them together in rhyme form. So maybe they take his case, but I guess with Lil Wayne, it depends on whether he had been drinking, how much lean he done drunk for the day.
If Drake in his feelings or not. But Andre 3000, I can't imagine.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how Drake, I don't know if Drake write his own comeback stuff. I don't know if he wrote that stuff for Pusha T or not. So maybe Drake won't be able to battle with Nick Cannon. Maybe he won't be able to do a freestyle.
But I didn't watch Wildin' Out. Nick Cannon ain't that, like, it's funny. Like, the stuff he says is funny. But, like, verbally, it's not like, oh, shit. Like, it ain't impressive in that kind of way. And what he trying to say, talking about he freestyle. You freestyle for jokes. You freestyle for laughs. Like, that ain't the same thing to me. The kind of freestyling he does on Wildin' Out Because they have all kind of fucking comedians on that show doing the same shit he do. Like, it's not a show that consists of only rappers freestyling with each other. These are comedians that make rhymes for jokes in a certain part of the show. So I don't think he has a case basing it off of Wild 'N Out. I don't see it.
Well, this is my argument. Don't talk about it. Walk about it. Okay? Do the same shit Kendrick did. Kendrick Lamar on that Control verse.
Yeah.
He called out all them niggas after hot bars. He called them all out. Like Nick Cannon, don't nobody want to hear you saying I'm better than everybody. Do something. Put out a cipher. Start putting out YouTube videos with you just flowing unconsciously. Make people believe that you are a part of the competition. Right now, you ain't doing music. You ain't selling no music. If you release music right now, if you come out with a album right now on Spotify, midnight, nobody gonna listen.
Hell the fuck no.
And if they do listen, they not gonna we don't care if you do that or not. It's people who, if they release a secret album tonight, like if Frank Ocean release an album tonight, I'm listening to that shit immediately. If Kendrick Lamar release an album tonight, I'm listening. If Beyonce release an album tonight, I'm gonna listen. It's people that I'm gonna listen. Nick Cannon, if I see a fucking griot post that say Nick Cannon secret album, be like, okay, keep scrolling. Solange supposed to be coming out with her next project any day now.
I know. I saw that. That's somebody to be excited about. Nick Cannon.
I like her last album.
I love to see it at
tonight,
the table. I see it at the table. It's fucking amazing.
But Nick Cannon,
deal.
You gonna have to put the pen to the paper, brother. I don't want to hear you saying how great you is. Do something. Let me to make that decision. Freestyle and be like, come on, Drake, Andre, and Lil Wayne, do that.
Again, the fact that he's basic. Again, your show is composed of comedians. It's a funny show. It is not a show that is meant to showcase your bars, okay? It's meant for you to like take pot shots at like pop culture shit that everybody knows about this person. But it ain't like he ain't spit no bars to me. Like, you just making fun of people in rhyme form. That's what you do.
I'm saying I don't think that Wild 'N Out is the measure, but I think that perceptually he may believe that that's what give him the edge.
Cause he did music, right? I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
What was the song? A popular song?
Song with R. Kelly.
With R. Kelly?
Yeah.
He did a song with R. Kelly?
It's horrible. I'm a gigolo making lots of dough.
Jesus. Oh my God. I fucking forgot about that horrid song. Oh Lord. Yeah, Nick, sit down. Just
listen, man. I'm all about evidence. Evidence-based, objective perspective. Look, if you want me to believe that you are in for the runnings, you need to start freestyling. No features. Hell no. Get a beat, old beat, and just put some words down, and I'll make the determination what you'll be able to get it. Because right now, I'm convinced that of the list you gave, Andre 3000, when he in the studio, I feel like they got to have fire extinguishers around his microphone. All right? I don't give a fuck what you say. I feel like Andre 3000 going to a trance before he goddamn... I feel like his eyes just turn white and he just start rapping like hell. And then he come back and be like, what'd I say? What happened? Like, I don't know what the fuck be taking over Andre 3000.
That nigga is so fucking talented. Like, Andre 3000, and he the kind of talented where it's undisputed. Like, if Andre 3000, nigga, if Outkast came out with some more shit, niggas would lose their fucking minds. Like, oh my God. Because of how abrupt they ended because of Andre, the issues that he was having. But just Andre 3000 is so fucking lyrically amazing that I don't understand how you gon' just Nick is smoking crack. He gotta be. I see he didn't put Black Thought on there. Have you seen Black Thought do like a 2-minute freestyle just off the dome? Oh my God. Or
he did a 10-minute freestyle.
10-minute freestyle. That's talented. No, this shit is. How like Nick needs to sit down. Like, there's no way you're the best. You ain't even in the running.
But you know, Dave Chappelle said something about comedians that applies to rappers as well. He said that when a comedian does their show, they do it with the idea that they the best. Like that's just the mentality that comedians have. And rappers, we hear rappers all the time saying that they the best rapper.
Yeah.
It's objectively, in no measure, are you the best rapper. But they say it all the time. So that's more like a mentality, a persona. But I think it's something that is necessary in the rap game. But I think that most of the time when we hear it, it's not in direct comparison to somebody. Cassidy and Fabulous say they the best rappers alive. I mean, you know, maybe to a couple of people. But at the end of the day, you ain't sold enough records. You ain't sold out enough shows. It ain't enough young people who know your name. At a certain point, objectively speaking, that's just not true. It's not. But that's what you gotta have. But see, you push yourself into a corner when you drop names.
Yes.
When you come out here and say, I'm better than such and such. They can't just say I'm the best. I can freestyle better than anybody. And let that be the blanket, and we'll just wait for that freestyle. When you start putting people out there, it's like, huh? What? Nigga. No. Who put you up to this? Did you lose a bet?
How dare you say?
Because at this point, I feel like Nick Cannon might have lost the bet. I feel like somebody might have told him, you lost the bet. You need to say in an interview that you better freestyling than Lil Wayne, Drake. I don't even know why he would put Will Smith in it.
I don't know, because that was that was such a random inclusion in that group. I don't know why Will Smith was in that group, but yeah, you've got to listen to that Andre 3000's verse on Sorry. I don't even like the song Sorry, but I have it in my list simply because of Andre 3000's verse. And then when I heard the background story on it, because I was like, that damn verse was long as hell. It wasn't meant to be. I believe he probably did what you said. He went in there, went into a trance, and then T.I. listened to this shit and was like, well, fuck, I can't cut none of that out. He went into a trance,
spit the music out. They had to get the fire extinguisher, put the mic out. He came back to and was like, what I do? Was it fire? You see the damn extinguisher fucking flame. We had to put the flame out, bro. You already know. Same shit every time you on the mic. Why you keep asking? I don't know. I don't remember.
That verse, he ended the song. Like, and it is a verse where he wasn't going to be able to, if T.I. had cut, he wasn't going to be able to cut that shit out. Like, T.I. just came back and was like, damn, bro, all right. And right after his verse, the last little, what should I be sorry for? Who should I be sorry to? And that's the end of the song. He closed that shit out. So, Andre 3000 was what I had the most problem with because I am such a fucking fan, and it's so ridiculous that you even think that you should be mentioned in the same conversations. Disrespectful.
Yeah. So, Megyn Kelly.
Oh, fuck.
Megyn Kelly is the epitome of white privilege. White woman, white privilege.
We used to do blackface. We would color our skin all the time, and it wasn't a problem. I don't understand. Megyn, no, the fuck you didn't. Shut up. Who did you dress up as a kid that you did blackface for, Megyn? I want to know. I need pictures. Show me these pictures of you in blackface, Megyn, when nobody gave a fuck.
So if you didn't know, Megyn Kelly had a TV show in which she did a segment that talked about blackface, and it started off with like the Native American situation, and it went quickly to blackface, and she started defending the right for people to be able to use blackface.
Who doesn't love Diana Ross? Bitch, what?
And this is because one of those housewives, they bronzed their skin to be Diana Ross, and she got a lot of kickback for it, and Megyn Kelly was defending that, but she was basically saying like, in my childhood it was no problem.
You're lying, Megyn.
Well, when she was a kid, they could also say nigga on Saturday Night Live. You know, so I mean, times change, Megyn. Like, the baseline for what people should be able to do today should not be from what shit used to be able to be done in your childhood. Your childhood was when Black Wall Street got fucking demolished too.
I just don't believe, because
she might not have been alive at that point in time.
Who would she have wanted to dress up with that was black when she was a kid? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even believe it happened at all. If
Gary
anything, I don't even know how to respond to that.
I'm just saying, every time you go up to a house and knock, you be like, "What you talking about, Willis?" And then you get all the candy.
Like, I just
Different strokes.
The obliviousness of what I listen. I'm sorry. What everybody's been saying is like, oh, she's just ignorant. No. Ignorance is not an excuse in 2018. We all know why the fuck blackface is a problem. Every goddamn Halloween, we had this same conversation on this show last year at this goddamn time. Because white folks every year do blackface. And every year we had this same conversation about why it's wrong and why you shouldn't do. So I don't want to hear no fucking shit about Megan didn't know. Megan knows.
I agree. I agree that she didn't know. I agree. Well, I agree that it's possible that she didn't know.
How?
And I agree that there's a lot of white people that don't know.
How? When it's constantly people getting fired and
it's the same way that if a white person wants to avoid anything black, they can move to Vermont. It ain't nowhere black can go to avoid white. We know a lot of shit about white culture because we have been force-fed white culture. And we've learned about some of the horrors of white culture from, gaps and holes and just general history. We know that we can't avoid that. Brown people in America can't avoid that. White people at every turn can avoid listening to me and you talking about blackface.
I know, but I feel like this is something that's in the news every year at this time. Like, even if you were able to avoid it sometimes, it happens every year. And it's usually a conversation about such and such dressed up as this and painted their face black and was fired from their job. Like, every year this happens. And consistently this conversation is had. And maybe she was able to avoid it. I can't see it.
Imagine what her friend circle looked like. Imagine what her Facebook feed looked like.
She was at Fox News before. They didn't talk about it on Fox News.
I'm not talking about Megyn Kelly.
Okay.
Megyn Kelly.
No, I believe there are white people that potentially
it's a ton of white people that I actually think very few white people actually learn every year. I think very few white people learn from shit that happened to white people regarding race. It's the same dynamic that's going on with all these white people calling. If a PSA came on showing everybody in America and they couldn't help it, every TV just tuned automatically, every radio, the book you read and the words just changed to it. If it told white people shit that they shouldn't do, then maybe that's the case. Maybe they understand, but that ain't how it happened. What happens is shit happen, and unless you on a black website or unless you got black friends and it scroll up your feed or unless you go see what in the hell this Twitter trending hashtag is about.
Regular white people, not Megyn Kelly though. I just don't agree that she hasn't been, especially with her being at Fox News for how long she was and then coming over to NBC. She is the news, or she's a part of the news. So like, I don't know how she could avoid it doing what she's been doing for a career choice. I can understand what you're saying about like regular white folks, but not a Megyn Kelly who is in the news business.
I think Megyn Kelly and most Republicans go based off of their opinions. And I'm not saying
then that don't mean you don't know. That just means you feel like it ain't a problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Ignorance is still not having the knowledge. If she ain't never went back to go read about minstrel shows and see how white people used to use boot polish to put on their face and white to put on their lips to make a mockery of black people, like, you gotta want to go find that. Go find it and then read. I think she done read it now because she losing her damn job at NBC and Fox don't want her back because she lost the job now. Mm-hmm. She gone.
Yeah, I saw.
But the reason I said that she's the epitome of white woman, white privilege is that she getting $69 million. She getting her whole contract tracked out.
So she get the money and don't even have to do the goddamn work. She can sit at home for the.
But she gonna have to manage that money because it ain't likely anybody gonna take another gamble on her because this was a bad gamble. NBC thought that Megyn Kelly was just doing Fox News bidding, I guess. But she had her own bigotry and biases existing in her way of thinking in her dialogue.
Have you seen? Let me put my phone there. Have you seen the picture of the lady behind her when they were having that conversation?
Yeah, this woman and her mama.
She was like, Her face showed what every black person in America probably feels at this point when this conversation is had. It's just like, bitch, are you what?
But let's redo this. If you're clever enough, you can wear any costume without the color attached to it, and people know who you are.
Diana Ross is known for her hair, her big hair. That's really all. Like, there are certain characteristics that have nothing to do with skin color that people are known for that you can do, and people will know who the fuck you supposed to be. If I wanted to be is it Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, white girl? If I put on a dress that looked like that, the headpiece and had some motherfucking dragons on my shoulder, I don't have to do whiteface and have like, it's not necessary. People gonna know who I am. The dragons and the dress is gonna give it away. There is no reason that you have to paint your skin, because usually anybody that's worthy of being characterized for Halloween has some kind of distinguishing characteristic that ain't they skin that you could do and people would know. You don't even have to be motherfucking clever with it. Sometimes, I mean, most of the time it's going to be pretty fucking obvious. The age range that the Real Housewife is in, you know, like, younger people might feel like, oh, she's Beyonce, but like, people in her age range is probably going to be like, Diana Ross. Like, it ain't necessary. Even if she did the blackface, you still can Beyonce or Diana Ross because they're both brown. But why? It just don't take that. It don't take that. Just take whatever that character is known for, because a lot of times it ain't being black.
And I think Megyn Kelly's biggest issue is that people are saying you can't do that.
Yep.
Just like,
because she white, right? And how dare you say I can't do this thing?
I can't do something.
Because I could do anything I want to do. The fuck?
But that's the biggest issue. The biggest issue is that she don't agree with it and she don't believe it. And I think that she was arguing for, you know, the same shit, this snowflake shit, the things have changed. But the reality of it is, a lot of white people just don't understand the depth to which the Browns' voice was suppressed in the past. So yes, you could do a lot of shit that back then.
It don't make it okay. Like,
well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, it's just so funny to me that they think that because it was done before, that means it should still be okay. There is a lot of things in the history of this world in general that have been done that were not okay. And so saying, well, Hitler killed a bunch of Jews, why? Like, there are pieces of our history that don't need to be repeated because it was never okay. It was accepted, but it was never okay. In their mind, it happened before and it was fine.
But see, I have to say, you did that shit where I started off the first half of my point, and then you finished kind of what I was going to go into, but it make it look like I was making a different point.
I'm sorry.
I'd be like, you know what? You know, Hitler had some good points, and then you be like, but that don't mean, and now all the motherfuckers left with is Hitler had some good points on my side, and I'm sitting here like, well, goddamn, people think I'm supporting Hitler over here. Why are you getting the good shit in?
I'm sorry.
I'm like, goddamn, I was left with some bad shit right there. But I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I was just I'm
sorry.
It's okay. Just everybody. Whatever I was saying, if it sounded like it was going to go in a bad direction, it was not. Okay, I don't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, Jesus.
But I think, you know, that goes along with just, you know, same dialogue I continue to have. If somebody say that something is harmful to them and it don't hurt you, why fuck with it?
Yeah.
Why do it? Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? If I know your name is Tony, but you say call you Terry, I'm gonna fucking call you Terry.
I'm glad you used that example, because the last time you used that example, you called me popcorn or popsicle unicorn, and I had to hear about unicorn,
that shit. Okay.
So I'm glad you used somebody else, because Cole specifically kept saying how Popsicle the Unicorn sound like a porn name.
I can't come up with nothing better than Popsicle the Unicorn. I thought about it before I did it. Nothing's gonna be better than Popsicle the Unicorn. I want to leave that with you.
Popsicle the Unicorn.
First off, unicorns are fucking amazing.
They
are in the Bible. Okay, number one. So I don't know why people talking about unicorns ain't real. They in the Bible. If the Bible real, unicorns real.
Where in the Bible is a unicorn?
I think you better go to Google.
Okay.
Put unicorns in the Bible.
Okay.
See, people be trying to change the definition of unicorn.
Why popsicle the unicorn?
Why not? Popsicles are delicious and unicorns are amazing. You should be fucking enamored with that shit. You should be amazed.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Popsicle the unicorn. But if Tony wants to be called Terry, you're going to call him Terry.
I'm going to call him Terry. So, I mean, now, I guess the difficult part is you start getting it.
Because then you're going to have people who identify as black.
Well, yeah, like this girl named Treasure.
And wait, because you didn't tell me that. Is that her government name? Okay, go on. Because
that's her mama shit, though.
I don't care. It don't matter.
I don't know if y'all saw the girl on Dr. Phil. Her name is Treasure. That she said she is absolutely not black.
Bitch, your name is Treasure. That's one of the blackest.
That might be why.
You didn't tell me her name was
might
Treasure.
be why. This is like delusion of the utmost. She said that she is not white. She said that
she don't have black features.
She said my nose ain't big like black folks, my lips ain't big like black folks, and she got some big lips.
She got black features because she black.
But she can't see it because she don't want to see it. And she said that she's white. And Dr. Phil kind of pointed out the difference between race and ethnicity. He was like, race is like biologically determined. And she was like, oh, I know biologically that I'm white. I can feel it.
That is not how biology works, simple bitch.
Her mama did this.
Oh,
her
God.
Mother did this. Because her mama was married to a white man.
And then let her think that was her daddy.
Yes, and then they left, and then she was like, that ain't really your daddy.
She don't even look mixed. You stupid Treasure for believing that shit. Because ain't nothing about Treasure look mixed. Treasure look like she was made by two black folks. Treasure. Ain't your fucking name is Treasure and you sitting up here trying to shit on black people.
I mean, I think it's all right to say that Treasure is not smart. Maybe she'll be smart one day. She's 16. Maybe she has intelligent capacity, but her
Treasure was probably at that damn black leadership conference.
No, her current life circumstances has created somebody who ain't able to capitalize on that intelligence yet. Maybe.
Till she get treated like a nigga. That's all that need to happen to Treasure. Treasure need to get treated like a nigga.
That's not gonna change it. This is deep seated. This is not gonna change. People are saying one day something gonna happen and she gonna see. She's not. She is not gonna see that shit. She is gonna do what white people do when shit happen to black people. She gonna say, "Oh, it ain't got nothing to do with race." She gonna find some other reason why it happened.
She need to come down to Clinton, Alabama.
Oh well, I was jaywalking. You know, it don't have nothing to do with me being black. I was kind of had one foot on the sidewalk and one in the street.
All right, Treasure. She need to just come walk down the streets of Clinton.
I walked down the streets of Clinton.
How does that go?
It wasn't bad.
I try to stay out of Clinton. You have to go for Clinton.
You talking about Coleman?
Coleman.
Clinton ain't great, but Coleman is where you don't need to be at nighttime. If you brown, especially if all your ducks ain't in a row. if you ain't got your new tag, you going to jail. Like you gotta be perfect when you get pulled over to almost not get in trouble. You get in trouble.
Not. It still ain't guaranteed.
You get in trouble somehow.
Oh, Treasure. Yeah, you didn't tell me that her name was Treasure. That was important. I feel like
her name is Treasure.
It was an important aspect to the story. How you dang Treasure but think you white? All right, Treasure.
It's white people named Treasure.
Where?
Let me put this shit in Facebook. You know, Facebook dry snitch on everybody.
Go ahead and find me a white Treasure.
Let's see. Treasure.
I will gladly admit that I am wrong. I just can't. What reason would a white person have for naming their child Treasure?
Because Treasure is amazing. They watched the Goonies. They liked the Goonies when they was little.
Well, they would name the child after a character of the Goonies, not Treasure.
Treasure Marie Bice. She's one.
Is she white?
She looked like she white, was raised with black people. Kind of like a Mowgli from the goddamn Jungle Book. I can't tell if Treasure Goodwine is black or not, but for your whole name to be Treasure Goodwine.
Good wine.
Good wine. Her picture in black and white. I can't tell. Oh no, she black. I'm putting these people's names all on blast.
Good Wine sound like she just married somebody white. Treasure Good Wine sound like she married white. That's what that sound like. It don't sound like she's white.
Don't get me wrong. There's an overwhelming amount of black treasures on here, but there are white treasures sprinkled in this shit. Okay, I'm trying to look for a white ass white treasure because the treasure I found was black, like black treasure. I'm still searching. Don't get me wrong. I found one, so this picture look white.
This may just have some weave in. It's black and white.
Oh yeah, super white. I don't know which one of them is treasure. Maybe it's the baby.
What?
Treasure Caldwell.
Is that? But ain't nobody tagged in that name. It might be the baby.
Hold on. No, the little baby is apparently got a Facebook page, and that's Chloe.
Who Treasure?
Ryan is the man. I don't know. Hold on, let's see if they got another picture.
That may not be the name of a person.
The older lady.
What older lady? The mama?
The mama, yeah. Her name is Treasure. Her parents were meth addicts. And the reason I deduce that is because
I'm waiting.
parents that are well off are clearly gonna name their children something that is acceptable by society standards. So I assume that they are not well off. But even people that are not well off would name their kids something in a societal standard.
Yes.
Because they got a relative that's gonna give their kids some money if they regular.
Yes.
So the only thing that makes sense to me is that you are on the low scale, but you also on drugs because you can't think rationally all the time.
That poor lady probably got turned down for all kind of damn jobs because they thought she was...
I hope her middle name is like Jennifer or some shit.
It still wouldn't matter. The first name is Treasure. They gonna go based off of that shit.
Nah, because you be like Jennifer T. Caldwell. That shit might mean Tracy. They don't know.
You're saying Treasure her middle name.
I don't care which name it is. Whatever name she put on the application, I hope it ain't Treasure.
If Treasure is her first name, though, that's what I'm saying. If Treasure is her first name, that's what she gonna put on
She
the
can
damn
switch that shit around.
Then when she
do
come,
that shit all the time.
Really?
When she get the interview and they see her, they gonna be like, I don't care what your name is. She attractive, so they gonna give her the job. They not gonna look at her name and say you can't have a job because the name that you have is traditionally a black name, even though you're a white person. It ain't about what you name. It's about being white or black.
I bet she goes by Treasure though. She put that shit in
I know it's on her Facebook, but I bet she ain't putting it on her applications. Wondering why her shit getting sent away.
Or maybe her husband make enough and she just stay at home and she don't matter. They look like they could be a family of.
She's white, so that's possible.
She could be a stay-at-home mom. It don't matter. Oh, poor Treasure. Anyway, that's all I had.
Okay, so I'm on the Facebook page about this synagogue shooting. Mm-hmm. 3 officers has been shot and multiple casualties, according to Pittsburgh police. Shooter in custody tells me all I need to know about this situation.
He's white. He ain't dead. So.
Definitely ain't brown.
No, because he ain't dead.
If a nigga ain't white, he an angel. But it definitely ain't no damn brown person. Brown people do not get taken into custody if they shot police. This is the second person this month that been taken into custody after shooting some damn police officers. Mm-hmm. They white.
Yeah, probably.
For that little offshoot.
White nationalist, which we talk. I say something
I meant to
like
bring up the story about Gavin McInnes. The Proud Boy.
The Proud Boy?
Yeah. Have you heard about the Proud Boys?
No.
Oh my God. The Proud Boys is this crazy ass chauvinist, misogynist group of dudes who have like these rituals of how they can become Proud Boys. And there's levels to shit you have to do. But the leader of the Proud Boys.
What are you proud? That made me think of Proud Family.
I guess they just proud to be boys. I don't know.
Okay.
But the leader of the Proud Boys, this guy on a radio show, stuck a dildo in his ass to prove that they don't have issues with the LGBT community. He did this on video. This is like he did this shit on his radio show.
I can't breathe.
I'm gonna let Red get it out of her system.
What the fuck? They have it a picture.
This was live. Like, this is just a screenshot. He did this being recorded and he posted a video.
First of all, oh, okay. First of all, if he was able to easily stick a dildo up his ass,
It might not have been easy.
something else has been there before.
It might have been hard.
He looks. No, because if it had been hard, he would have been sounded distressed if somebody would have said something about
I like to get pegged.
Or maybe part of getting in the Proud group is learning how to take a dildo to the ass. What?
Listen, I ain't here to
How
dispute.
is the name of your group Proud and you are?
Well, listen, I ain't here to dispute the man kinks, okay? I ain't here for that. I'm here to talk about how he's equating some kind of support for the LGBT community, or maybe not even support, but not a problem with him, by sticking a toy in your ass. Why is that the measure?
Because if that's the measure, I'm not. I don't support.
Listen, all you got to do is say, "Hey,
if I got to do that,
I support
I
LGBT
don't
community.
support
I have no problem with LGBT community," and then vote for legislation that supports and helps the group. Don't help keep the group marginalized. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to stick toys in your ass. Don't have to do that. You don't got to bust your booty cherry. Now, clearly, his was not.
No,
his was wide open. Okay, I'm gonna make that assumption. That is just his thing. But I imagine that is other non-booty cherry broken Proud Boys that's now finna try. You don't have to do that. If you're a Proud Boy and you listening, or if you're somebody that's listening and you know a Proud Boy, you know a Proud Boy and your Facebook friends listen, you know somebody that knows a Proud Boy, or you know somebody that knows somebody that knows a Proud Boy, then tell them, this is not how you do that. You don't stick a toy in your ass to prove anything except what you kinky about. This the only thing you should ever do this with is your lover. Let them know, hey, I like anal stuff.
He took the dildo with him to this interview for the specific reason of sticking it in his
Think about this. Think about his thought process. He was sitting in a conference room with the people that helped him write this show, and he said, you know what? I really think the LGBT community needs to know that we don't have a problem with them. Anybody got any suggestions? I don't know. What about saying it and then voting against legislation that harms them? How about that? No, I need something kind of for the next show that we do. I don't know. They kind of like butt sex. Why don't you just put a dildo all in your ass? And they'll just know that you mean well by them and you don't want to harm them. You don't mean no support. That's a damn good idea. Let's go to the sex store. He went to the sex store. He bought it was a black one. He didn't even buy a white one. He bought like the solid black.
He ain't go by there. He had one already. He's too comfortable sticking stuff in his ass. I'm convinced he was just like, I'm bringing one from home. I don't think he went and bought a new one. Oh my God, I'm so hot now.
I don't know why he would. Like I said, like you're right. The only kind of mind that can conceptualize this to do would be the kind that would already do this. This would not even be, if somebody suggested me to be it, I'd be like, you seen the meme where they throw the dude out the window after he make a crazy suggestion?
Yes.
That's what would happen. And not because it have anything to do with any kinks related to my anus. It would have something to do that with the fact that you correlated something that was absolutely stupid.
Have you seen that?
That's like saying I want to show everybody that I support the ocean, and you pour a bottle of water on your head. What the fuck? What the fuck that got to do with anything? You just very, very shallowly connecting water to other water and just making it mean something to you. You're taking a gay. It has to be a gay relationship because he ain't even talking about lesbian or any other thing. He just took. He put it.
Have you seen that episode of Family Guy where Peter was, I don't know why he was talking about Brokeback Mountain, but he made a song about it. He's like, they were having butt sex, cowboy butt sex.
I don't remember that.
Sodomy.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh God, this is so. I'm so glad you remembered that you were going to talk about this because I hadn't heard about it. And it is so ridiculous. There's no logic behind this whatsoever. And I hate to see how he would go about showing his support for like other groups. If this is the extreme measure he would go to for the LGBTQ human, can you imagine what he would do for like some other stuff? Like, because I don't think porn, that's not a good. It would have to be something outrageous. Like,
what you mean?
If he supported the ocean, pouring water on himself is not synonymous with this. Like, it would have to be something
I guess he had to stick a bottle of water in his ass then to show his support for the ocean.
I feel like he one of them people that had to go to the emergency room late one night and try to explain why he has like a traffic cone up his ass or like something odd.
A light bulb. You know, Scrubs. They showed a screen of a person that had a light bulb stuck in their butt, and Dr. Cox was like, "Well, either he got a light bulb stuck in his ass, or his colon's got a great idea." It was hilarious. I love Scrubs.
That is by far the most ridiculous story I've heard this week, and I cried real tears.
So stupid. Anyway, that's our time though.
That was a good ending.
Oh yeah, we saved the inappropriateness to the end. So surprise.
Jesus.
You got anything else on your mind?
I have nothing to add to that.
All right. Well, until we come to the next conversation.
We out.
Holla.